Alright, welcome to the Banner Saga 3. I just kind of felt like playing. I know this is not a regularly scheduled piece of programming, but maybe if somebody's around they'll enjoy this. I know I'm going to enjoy it because I just couldn't get away from the Banner Saga 3. It called to me. So, let's resume our game. And also I'd really like to give the people who are watching this on YouTube an update. Thank you very much for watching on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching on every platform. I don't mean to discriminate among types of platform. I love all platforms. Just watch me, that's all I ask. No, I just want to hang out with y'all, and I'm happy to be hanging out with y'all again. And here, it appears we may be about to talk to Ruga. So that means I'm going to get an opportunity to do some voice acting again, which I'm very pleased about. If there are any audio issues in the chat, feel free to let me know. Or just feel free to share. Maximum disclosure, people. Your deepest, darkest secrets. Alright, let's talk to our friend Ruga. Our erstwhile friend Ruga. Ruga's appearance reminds you of a well-used practice dummy. Still, he smiles as you enter the cell alongside Oddlife. You look pleased with yourself, considering you failed. Why shouldn't I be? What was the king said? I'd never set foot in Arbarang. Now look at me. Is there anywhere safer in the world? There might not be anywhere left in the world apart from Arbarang. Chained to a wall. I wouldn't call this a win. But that's exactly what it is. Look, it's obvious why they trotted you in here. Save the king from Nurga's nasty poison trick. Curious that the Menders can't do it, eh? But before we talk business, do you play Taffel? I'm familiar with the board game. Then you know it's not about a game. The secret to Skaktaffel is that pawns and kings are just details. It's about being able to see further ahead than your opponent. You know that sinking feeling when you're looking at the table and the game's not over yet? But you know it's over. You just gotta sit there and keep playing. Have you gotten used to it yet? Tough words from someone rotting in a prison cell. Think harder. While I wait safely in this cell, my loyalists gather strength in numbers. They're preparing. Meinol's life is mine to save. If I let him die, his support crumbles. His control of Arbarang is over. And if he martyrs me, my men run snarling through the streets. Wolves amongst your sheep, who will prevail? I think you'll find us far from sheep. The truth is that not everyone wants to be swaddled and told everything will be fine. My people are not willing to put their lives in the hands of a weak king trying to make sure we all die equally, fairly. See, to them you're not just wrong. You're the enemy of freedom. The freedom to make their own decisions. Believe this, anything you throw at me will come back to you twice as hard. Is that a threat? Looking at things backwards as usual, Oddlife, can work for you if you'll just be reasonable. What are you prepared to do for me? What do you want? Just the throne. Tell Meinolf if he steps down, he lives. It's that simple. The whole room suddenly shudders. Screams pierce even the thick walls of the cell, and Oddleaf lifts herself up to look out the small prison window. Rook, we need to go, now! At the walls, it's... Oh dear. Is this going to be asunder? Oh my god, it's something huge. Do we get some kind of like boss intro name down there? Hook! Sounds like a good name for this guy. In any event, there's going to be a tussle. It does so appear. Let's see, what's our renown situation right now? Not that great. I'm just checking to see if we've used all of our available points for all the characters in the party at the moment. Fassold, I don't think we had a chance to have a little fun outing with him, also known as a battle. So we'll have the opportunity to do that very soon. Yeah, it sounds to me like the chat situation is good. The audio is coming through. So just let me know if it ever isn't. Canary, I like having her in the group, despite her sometimes disagreeable attitude. Rook, obviously indispensable. But I'm just going to take a moment and I'm going to see whether there's anyone else who I might consider bringing here. What about these other horseborn? She is a cantref, which means she's a javelin thrower, but she is inferior to Canary in my opinion. The Teulu is the melee type of horseborn, but he is inferior to Skathak. These new characters that I now have in the party, Petrus is very high level. I'll give him that. As Ruga might put it. But Egil has a 16 strength. Yeah, Petrus can't beat that. I'm sorry, he has 16 armor, 12 strength. Petrus has a high willpower. I'd say he's practically Egil's equal, and I believe Petrus also has the shield wall ability. Yeah, he's a Thrasher. He has Bloody Flail, Run Through, Reinforcements. Oh, and Shield Wall. He's an interesting hybrid of the traditional character classes. So yeah, I want to use Petrus in a battle or two. Fasolt is such a tank, and so is, of course, Mogr. They're both 8th level. Fasolt's got a 19 armor to Mogr's 18, but Mogr has an advantage in terms of 1 point of strength. Fasolt has the higher willpower. Yeah, they're roughly equivalent. And Fasolt also has the taunt ability, which allows him to draw enemies toward him to futilely try to take him down. The magic item situation. Let's see here, this gold wasp. Alright, what does Egil have in terms of magic items? He's got this bonus to armor, which makes him unstoppable, even more unstoppable than his Thruster's Tooth. That's great. Okay, Fasolt regains armor. In case anyone actually is capable of taking a point of armor off him, it's just going to come back. She is not using a magic item. Wait. If that's so, then why does she have a ring icon? Oh, she's using this, Brenna's Lock. +1 to all talents, +2 will. Alright, +1 will on rest. Okay, well, I'll take it. Skathak, what is he using? He had the horseborn hooves, ironically wearing the hooves of another horseborn. That must be a harrowing experience, if beneficial from a magic item perspective. With that, I think we're ready for battle. We have a pretty good mixture here in terms of the abilities of the characters. I'm pretty happy about that. And I'm still not wearing my customary costume. That may be the reason why the 6 Ages videos are getting a lot more views than these. Maybe I need to put on like Varl horns. No, I think it's actually the fact that more people are playing the Banner Saga 3, which I think is a shame. I would love it if equal numbers of people were playing both games, because they're both such great games. Alright, so what do we got here? We've got a bunch of dredge. You know, I thought there was going to be some massive dredge. We've got these hounds who have never been particularly impressive to me. They can turn invisible, and theoretically they can try to get to your back rank, but they can't really do that much damage once they're back there, so I'm really not that concerned about them. If I had Menders back there, I'd be a little bit concerned having to protect the Menders from these Skulkers, because the Skulkers are tougher than them in melee. We got a Slag Slinger Expert with somewhat souped up stats. These two guys are grunts, who are sort of elite grunts that we've seen. So this looks to me like the sort of battle where the enemy's going to continually regenerate, because we're fighting what appear to be fairly weak enemies. But let's see if that turns out to be the case. I would like to form a nice big old shield wall up here. So put put Hakon up there. And the Horseborn will harass the enemy at the edges. I'd love to go and score a hit or two on that slinger. Skathak will remain mobile. He'll be able to run back and hit any of the creeping stalkers that try to get behind the lines, although I'm not really that concerned about it. And Skathak and Rook should be able to fight them off if they do get behind the line. Rook can step through his friend, so he might as well advance behind Egil, and he'll benefit from the shield wall that Egil will put up. You know, I'm all about benefiting from the shield wall. I play this game called Fantasy General, which any of my friends who are watching this know that I play, or used to play rather religiously. I'd love to get back into doing it. Yeah, maybe that should be the next stream after I complete Banner Saga 3. I'll do a Fantasy General stream. But in any event, let's get this proverbial party started. Okay, so what's the range of this lead guy? Alright, well, they're going to be able to attack us immediately. So there's no reason for me not to try to make some progress here. No need to use a lot of willpower points. We've got a grunt that's going to come up, and he's going to hit me, but not particularly hard. I'm going to stonewall, which means he's going to have an even harder time attempting to damage me than he otherwise would. Yep. No die, Saga. Form the shield wall. They have to come forward. Do you challenge this foe, as they would say in Archon? Does anyone know that classic game Archon from the Apple IIe days? Alright, so the Skulker moved forward, although I really don't know what he's going to be able to accomplish. I'm going to use a point of willpower in order to get the Fasold into the line. Now he's got a 20 armor because of the magic item that he's got, and he's got even more armor now because he's standing in the shield wall. So the goal of having crazy high armor has been well achieved. Okay, hit me for some armor damage. I'd love to go give him a smacking. That's 2 willpower, but I've got a willpower bonus because of the superior morale. We're going to be racking up kills pretty soon, so I'm not so worried about that. And I'll be able to hit him and move back, which is nice. Now I'm going to move back a little bit. I might end up running into the Skulker, but I don't much care about that. He's going to turn invisible. He better turn invisible, because otherwise he's going to get a good whacking. Actually, he's going to get a good whacking regardless. Let's be realistic here. If I come up there, can I hit him? Okay, I need to use willpower in order to be able to hit him. That seems worthwhile to me. Let's see, where can I use the least willpower? Well, I've got this big willpower bonus as a result of our morale, so I'll use 2 to go up and give him a good smacking. Yeah, I could pin him in place, but I don't know that that's even worth it. Poison tipped, okay. Alright, I'm gonna hit him with a level 1 poison tip javelin. Not like I really am concerned about the strength of this foe. He just took a bit of a smack. Alright, let's see, Rook, okay, we want to leave a little bit of a path. Hakon's doing fine. Alright, now I can attack. I can, I think I'm going to do some, actually I'm going to do some armor breakage on him. So that Hakon can deliver a thrashing. Yow. Alright, Hakon's starting to take a little bit of a beating. I like this shield wall here, so I think I'm going to continue to stay here and provide the shield wall. Oh, I can axe storm at the enemy as well. That sounds good to me. I'd like to hit that slinger. Reduce some of his strength a little bit. Yeah, those dogs really don't play much of a role in this combat. Alright, now it's finally my turn to deliver a smacking. And oh, will I be doing so. That is, as Hakon. I don't want to, I would love to Tempest, but I'm going to hit all my friends very hard, so I'm not going to do that. I might as well use willpower there and throw that in. Oh, he also takes a point. Oh, he loses a point as well. They're going all out, aren't they? Alright, here we have one of these dogs. Alright, I'm gonna, if I move up, if I were to use my taunt, I don't really see much of a need to do it. I'm gonna bring the pain without even the use of the ability to bring the pain. So, let's bring some pain. Yeah, as you can see, these foes don't have that. Ooh, ouch. Okay, Hakon just took a beating. Alright, it would be... I think I would very much like to finish this Skulker off here. The Skulker just did a surprising amount of damage to me. And I'm going to move up here because I would like to prevent the enemy... Well, I guess I can't really prevent them from getting at Hakon. I'm going to go up here and present a target that hopefully they will take. Yes, they are. They will. Which means I'm going to have the opportunity to finish another one of them. It can actually do a little damage to me. If I move out there, I need to spend a couple willpower to damage that. Yeah, I've still got very high willpower. So yeah, I want to hurt that slinger because the other enemies really can't do that much to me. Or maybe if I move up there, I think I can just finish this grunt, and he's no longer going to present a threat to Hakon. I would love for Hakon not to go down in this battle, but now the slinger is going to make that happen. Yeah. Well, that was unfortunate. Here's a mean thing that I could do. Well, I guess that actually wouldn't do very much. I was gonna suggest that I could use Mark Prey, but actually that won't do very much. I'd like to reduce that slinger's strength if I can. I'm gonna use a couple willpower points since we're rolling in the willpower. Vicious. He won't be hurting anyone for quite some time. Alright, now I'm gonna kill this stalker. Excellent. Alright, now Fasolt brings the proverbial pain again. Without even needing to use Bring the Pain. It's the laugh line of this Let's Play. I hope it has a better laugh line than that. That's not much of a laugh line, I'm afraid. Bam. And move back, just in case we have to fight more enemies. In case they're infinitely regenerating. Oh, these are waves. Okay. Well, I really don't see the need. Can I place someone in the party now? Yes, I can, but I'm not. It's not going to be Deirdre. Alright, so we lost Hakon, and that was unfortunate. I would like to bring someone who has similar talents in. Let's say Gunnulf. Although I'd actually like Fasolt to be advancing first. Alright. With that, we're good to go. Okay, and also I can redeploy. The question is where they're going to be coming from. Okay, well now that's indicated by the red arrows. Alright. So we're going to have a bunch of these wave battles in this game. And I can deploy anywhere I like. That's pretty powerful. Alright, in that case what we're going to do is we're going to start fairly close to the enemy, just in case they have a lot of missile guys. I love the chaotic, I love the chaos and the randomness that Austin Wintry put into the score to some degree. and the sort of dissonant version of the familiar themes of the Banner Saga. Let's see. Okay, so actually we don't heal, but in between these waves, but that seems to be okay. Alright, I'm going to be there and get the benefit of the shield wall. And then, yeah, those Horseborn will be ready to go up there and do damage if needed. And I think we're ready. We're ready to rumble. So what's this? We've got a larger skulker. A skulker. He's kind of a combination of a stalker and a skulker. My inadvertent verbal cleverness. Okay, okay. To some extent, this is what I didn't want. I didn't want it to be a bunch of missile troops. Vile Skulker Queen. Okay, so the only significant threat in melee is the Skulker Queen. What we want to do is we want to get up in the face of this Saga here. The Varl are not going to be able to move as far, but yeah, still I think I want to score a hit here. If I can, I want to reduce the Slinger's attack power. I'm going to use a couple willpower to do it. Ooh, that's not what I want. Okay, can I move up here and taunt the enemy? I'd love to be able to use that ability. Yes, I can taunt him. That's going to use 3 willpower, but I'm okay with it because I'd really rather him be attacking Fasolt than be attacking Gunnulf. Yeah, he's going to take a couple shots to his armor, but it's really not that much of a concern. The real concern is with Gunnulf because his armor is lower than that of Fasolt or Ego. He has the proverbial glass cannon. But oh, what a cannon he is. You know, I'm going to actually keep Gunnulf back for now. What are the abilities that he has at the moment? Because I'm a little concerned. He got smacked pretty hard by that hit that he took from the Slinger. Let's see, but you can get the shield wall. Yeah, you know, we've got plenty of willpower in the horn up there, so if I use 1 willpower to get up there, I think I want to do as much damage as I can in as short a period of time as I can. Okay, that's good that he moves over there. The Skulker Queen's going to attack Gunnulf. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Okay. Alright, let's try to damage those slingers so that they can't hurt us significantly. Skyfak is going to be the man to do it, or the horse to do it, or the horsey-looking man to do it. He's open to a lot of different characterizations. I'm going to pursue him in the hope that he's going to make me a target of his next throw. No, he's going to attack Gunnulf. Oh, no, he's not. Okay. If I go up there, I can hit that slinger over there. I'd like to do that. I've got the willpower to spend a few points to reduce his strength. I'd love to be able to do critical hits. The harder strike ability would be nice. Don't even bother. He tried to sling Fasolt. Anyway. Alright, Rook can deliver some archery damage here. I think we would like to do some armor penetration. What distance can I mark prey from? I can only mark prey in melee range. Okay, that's what I thought. Alright. I'm going to do some damage here to the armor of this Skulker Queen. Really not worried about willpower because you can see that horn at the top is filled with willpower. This guy's going to try to hit Gunnulf, isn't he? No, he's not. Okay. Okay, Eagle's armor is taking a bit of a beating, but I'm still not that worried about it. I thought that they would all gang up on Gunnulf, but they have not. So, this battle's going fairly well so far. That was a palpable hit. And that slinger there, yeah, was angry at Fasold because he was taunted, but was not able to get to him, so he was forced to skip his turn. That's why one of the reasons why taunting is very powerful. Alright. Now, Fasold's, he needs to reduce the armor of this opponent, but we're not in as much of a rush as we used to be in, because now we've done some significant damage to their strength. Did that dredge just tighten its straps? No. Oh, that Shatterstone ability. Well, I'm rather grateful that he hasn't used that yet. No, it was Fasold recovering his armor, which is wonderful. I need to do some armor penetration on him. He's going to hit Gunnulf. Oh, no, he's not. Okay. Another kill for our equine friend. Our half-equine friend, I should say. Now, get me back into the fight! Okay, that's going to produce a fairly large explosion. And I believe it comes around when it's the turn of that slinger again. So we're going to want to get everybody out of there. If I move there, I'll be able to kill this slinger because I can spend a willpower to do it. But I don't think that's going to prevent his projectile that his grenades that he just threw from exploding. Oh, okay, I thought maybe he was summoning another one of those dogs. Not that it would particularly worry me if he were. Alright, Rook does not want to be standing there, because he's going to get shot there, or he's going to be hit by explosive damage. So instead, he's going to move over there, from which position he will still be able to hit this giant dog. Okay, that didn't do anything. Eagle wants to get out of there as well, because he's standing on the grenade. I'm going to need to do some armor penetration here. Might as well use all this willpower. Got a ton of it. Good, he's right in range for Krummer to finish him. I keep calling him Krummer. He's actually Fasold. Krummer is another powerful Varl warrior. And I can finish him as well. Now, they call it a respite, but it's not... Yeah, it would be nice if you actually got an opportunity to rest. Okay, yeah, and here we need to take the opportunity to look at the battlefield and see how much damage everybody's taken, because we don't want to keep reusing the same characters if they're beat up. Okay. Alright, so Canary is fine. We didn't lose anybody in that battle, which is great. Alright, I'm just going to take a moment to figure out who I want to bring into this battle here. I think I'm going to substitute Eagle out because he's taken so much armor damage. Alright, so let's put the Captain of the Guard in here in his stead. As far as our friend here, Fasold, I think that he's lost a few armor points, but he's doing well. Gunnulf, I think I'm probably going to want to substitute him out. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep him in. Now, Gunnulf is going to come out, but the question is who's going to replace him? Okay, what about you? He can shield wall. Okay. I see Bloody Flail as well. Okay, so Gudmundur and Hogan are largely the same character, but Gudmundur is stronger in terms of his stats. So, I'm going to bring Gudmundur in instead of Gunnulf. And those guys can both shield wall. Yeah, they can. Which is great. Skathak, how is he doing stat-wise? I don't think he's taken any damage. He took a little bit of armor damage, but I think he's still doing alright. What about this guy, Ruek? I can't... Okay. Okay, Rook is still doing fine. Canary is still doing fine. Alright. Let's do it. Okay, but oh yeah, I still need to deploy. That's right. Alright, oh, these projectiles here are going to blow up. Presumably in the face of whatever enemy is going to show up there. Which seems like a great thing. Alright, so let's set up a shield wall. I've got these guys on either side. We just want to stay away from these shatter stones, which are going to imminently explode. We can put Rook back there. Canary over there. Now everybody gets a shield wall. If we end up facing slingers, then they're going to be able to sit back and snipe at us. If we end up facing melee troops, they're going to have to come forward right into the shield wall. Ideally, it's not going to be another bunch of slingers, but I think these are randomly generated based on like a certain number of points. Basically, the computer gets to design an army, and then it's essentially randomized from there in these wave scenarios. That's my suspicion of how it works anyway. I don't know for a fact. But in any event, I think we're ready to go. What's the Dire Guard? What do we got here? Okay, so now things are getting serious. Do we have a Dredge Dire Guard? Okay. Okay, so he's like a Gloom Warden in the sense that he is there to guard the Stone Singer. He also has Drum Fire, okay, which does armor rate damage to everybody in a line, I believe, is how it works. Okay, let's see. We have only 3 enemies in this wave. We've got this Dire Guard. We've got the Stone Singer. The Stone Singer, in order to do any significant damage, is going to need to come forward if he wants to inflict disease on us, which is probably his nastiest thing that he can do. He can also power up his friends. I believe what he can do is he can sacrifice their armor for greater strength. So he can it's only a trade-off. He doesn't have the ability to constantly to just heal them outright. And then we've got this same Vile Skulker Queen, who is not, in the grand scheme of things, that much of a threat. This Dire Guard has very high armor and also has some fairly impressive abilities. So he is the principal enemy that we're going to need to be focusing on. Do any of us have can we throw axes? No. The only missile... Oh, yeah, no, we have 2 missile guys. We have Rook and we have Canary. So hopefully, if they want to sit back, we're going to take shots at them. They're going to need to come forward into our shield wall. Okay. It looks like, yeah, we should just let them come to us. When the Gloom Warden starts coming forward, I'm also going to have, I'll also have Facile taunt him. Yeah, those things are going to blow up, so I don't want to walk into them. He's got a double shield wall at the moment, so, can he taunt from this distance? What if I use this? I thought the taunt range was longer somehow. It doesn't quite make it, even with 3 willpower. Alright, in that case, he's going to rest as well. Oh, and he gained some armor too. Ouch, that hurt a lot. Okay, despite that, I think we're going to hold the line. Okay, he has the ability to hit and then run away. And he can devote 3 willpower to the hit. So it's, yeah, let's see. This mule kick will send him away. Which is great, because then he's not going to be able to pursue me. Then I can move back. Hopefully he's not going to be able to hunt me down the following turn. Okay, what I want to do here is I want to do some armor break damage to this Gloom Warden guy. Oh, I can hit him with a poison tip javelin, that's nasty. Reduces the target's movement. Well, we don't really care so much about that because we have to fight him in melee anyway. But what about hitting him with poison? Okay, yep, he's stunned. And we can hit him from there. Yeah, yeah, I think Rook does want to do a fairly debilitating hit. But you know what else we could do? We could do something really nasty. We could get up there and, yeah, then, well, let's see. Yeah, if I moved Rook up there, I could mark prey. I think it's worth it. On him. For all the marbles. Okay, let's get him around there so that he can inflict hits. Yeah, it turned out that its armor was too high. So we need to do some armor breakage. Okay, he is casting some spell. What I believe he is doing... He lowers allies' armor but sharply raises strength. Okay, that's what he's doing. Or it's possible that he's going to make this guy explode. Either one is not particularly good for us. Let's see. We still need to do some armor damage to him. I think we want to bring the pain. And he's recovering armor as well. Oh, the dog's going to attack him. No, he's going to turn invisible, which seems like an odd choice. Alright, I think he... yeah, I think Gudmundur wants to continue providing the shield wall benefit to Fasold. So he is not going to move. Probably that giant dog is going after Skathak, the horseborn. And I would rather not have Skathak get finished. So Skathak will move over here. I don't think there's anything we're going to be able to do about the Stone Singer at this time. Okay, so he blew up, but alright. That's interesting. Alright, so Fasold took a bunch of damage from that. Who else took damage? Basically nobody. So that went about as well as it could have gone. I thought that he was going to use Umbrage, which would have increased the Dredge's strength, but he did not. I think that he actually did not make the correct strategic choice, because now this Dredge is dead. We also gained an artifact from it. Ouch! Ooh, that was savage. Alright, well they did score a nasty combination on me as a result of reducing his armor significantly. Let's see... But we're as good as finishing this guy now. Ooh! Speaking of nasty shots. Alright, let's form up a shield wall here. And go after the Stone Singer. Strangely enough, these Shadow Stones have not exploded. Is that because the slinger who threw them is dead? I think that we do not want to get Skathak involved in this battle. We'll have him hang around on the edges, and perhaps he can finish the enemy when the time becomes right. We'd like to do some armor damage to this Stone Singer. So I'm going to head up here and do so. We've got so much willpower in reserve, I think we can afford to do this. There we go. Now when we actually get in range, we're going to be able to inflict some significant damage. He wants to inflict disease. Ouch. Yeah, we want to get up there and start inflicting some damage. Smack. And we want to form our shield wall. Nothing Skathak can do at the moment. She wants to get out of there, but she can still fire. Now get us into a position where we can start dealing some damage. Oh, and we can finish him. All right, we'll do so. Take a seat. Goodbye, stupid, as a strong bad would say. Okay, so I guess we completed the 3 waves. That's great. I hope it has some kind of benefit. Skathak's ready for promotion. Hopefully we get some renown out of this. We certainly scored a lot of kills. Hakon went down, yep. And Vessel also went down. How unfortunate. They'll be right as rain in no time. And thankfully we have characters that are roughly equivalent to them. Gunolf is going to get his health back. And we also have Mogr. Mogr and Fasolt are sort of roughly equivalent characters in terms of what they can do, except the taunt ability that Fasolt has kind of sets him apart a little bit. Alright, oh, that went as well as it could have gone. You pull back from the breach in the wall as clansmen and guards rush to hold it. Sweat rolls down your face. You knew the dredge would eventually become a problem, but the reality of it is worse. You need a plan. Alright, so now, as usual in this game, we're beset on all sides by hostile forces, and also the king's about to die from being poisoned. So the stakes are always high, you're always thrust into crisis and forced to make difficult decisions. That's what this game is about. Trygve cuts you off as you rush frantically to find your clansman. Hero, I just imagined you'd come this way, then you did. I could tell by your face it was you. Trygve, what is it? This is a poor time to chat. Oh, don't worry, I got nothing to say. Okay, then help me find... I do have a question, though. Quickly, what's your question? Have you seen the moon? The moon? Trygve, there are dredge destroying the walls right now. No, that's a sunder. The dredge are just walking right through. I'm definitely gonna need my look. Have you seen it? Are you talking about your moon necklace, Trygve? Just speak clearly. What's clear is that the sun never brought anyone luck. Clear as a mug of mead. Do you drink? I could certainly use one right now. Now you're making sense. Mead solves all sorts of problems. Big old burly barrels of mead solving delicious problems. The only problem it can't solve is, once you've drank it, it's gone. Profound. Come on, help us fight and we'll share around. So, can I ask my question now? You've already asked 3 or 4 already. Why stop now? Are we already dead? You sigh, defeated by Trygve's line of questioning. If so, I'm gonna rest my feet. They say, Walk in another man's shoes. But what if they don't fit? These sure don't, and they're my shoes. It's just an expression. Oh, like, do the right thing, especially if it gets you killed. That's my personal favourite. That's definitely not right, Trigvi. It definitely is. I've been told that one a few times. I don't know why everybody's always telling me to get killed. I'm not sure you understand what's happening here. Do you, actually? I know what they say behind my back. Not Trigvi's handsome, not Trigvi's brave. Those are the words I say to myself. Someone else should say them, I know something's wrong with me. I just can't see through the dark and the fog sometimes in my head. That's why I carried it around the moon. Do you know what I mean? I think so. Liar. I don't even know what I mean, but I'm happy you finally answered my question. Oh, look at that. My necklace was right here the whole time. Looks different from I remember. It must be my imagination. Now let's go stab some dogs to death. There. Trigvi, you're finally making sense. Dredge, Trigvi, dredge. If we have time. I personally prefer stabbing dogs. I did it even as a kid. It's not that I hated them. Again, the black anchor crashes through the walls above your head, stopping in midair before flinging back, shredding the wood. What in the depths, you shout. Grim tidings, replied Aelio, ushering you toward the rest of the caravan. I've heard stories of a Sunder called Ruin who could do such things. It tore down the fortresses of old Varl kings. Aldeep stops. She says, it pulls that anchor thing back toward itself? Then takes off at a full sprint toward where the Varl are gathered. Come with me, she shouts. Okay, but apparently Hakon has something he'd like to say. Okay, well that's good. Yeah, I wanted to do a little resting because that way I can get my heroes back who had fallen in the previous battle. Oh, we've got a market. We got a market here, do we? I'm so accustomed to doing these accents now. I just don't know who I am anymore. I think that the priority is going to be leveling up our guys. Can we do that? Is there somewhere we can do that? Heroes, there we are. And then I'll go splurge on magic items. Alright, so we've got these guys who are injured. In that case, the replacements for them are going to be Gunnulf and Moger, who largely fulfill the same roles in the lineup. Egil is someone who I would love to promote. Alright, he's got 2 points. We'll give him 1 more willpower, and we'll give him one of these armor-based skills. He's got 3 hunger down now. Resistance to armor damage. He's going to be well-nigh impregnable. Well-nigh, I say. Moger, I'm going to do a similar thing. Well, let's see. Gunnulf is not eligible for promotion, although he's someone who we really want to enable him to deal damage. Let's see, who else could we put in this ragtag band? Gunnulf is up to 18 strength. Man, you can't beat that. Everybody's strength is really high. Brook's strength is not remarkably high, but still, he has this critical hit ability, which, as you saw, caused 22 strength damage in the previous battle. So he can certainly hold his own in the damage dealing department. Rook is already level 10, so maybe I want to level somebody else up who's somewhat lower level. Take Moger, for instance. Moger can be promoted for 19, sounds good to me. We'll give him 1 more willpower, and then, again, he can increase his armor break as well. That sounds great to me. Alright. And we're down to 5 renown, but we spent it precisely the way I want. On promotions. I think generally in this game, increasing your character skills is much more important than getting magical items, although there are some very impressive magic items that now that we're in the 3rd game that we're running into. Alright, what does Hakon have to say? When you catch up to Oddleaf, she's already mid-argument with Hakon and Fasolt. For this to work, we need to cooperate.
Slow down. Stop shouting at me, you woman. You've been around them too long, Hakon. Why are you even listening to this?
Gods, you're all starting to sound like Ruga. Don't you get it? We either work together or we die. What is this even about?
She expects the world to be her beasts of burden.
That's not what I said. Look, Ruin's shredding the walls with some kind of thrown anchor. We can't reach him from here. It made me think of something Ruga said. Everything you throw at me comes back twice as hard. If the Varl gathered every oil barrel we can find in Arborong and bring them here, we can wrap them up in netting. The next time Ruin hurls its anchor into the wall, Horseborn race along the top and drop the netting around it. Well, she thought of this plan on the fly.
And Ruin pulls the barrels back onto herself.
Herself?
Ruin is Rhae's sister. Ask Ingvar about it if we all survive this.
Irsa and the other archers can organize a volley of flaming arrows down on her and boom. Will that be enough? I don't know, but it beats standing here measuring our loyalties.
Sounds to me like a lot of things ready to go wrong. The Varl are not great lovers of fire, if you've forgotten. Why haul barrels when we could meet the Sunder on the field of battle? Would Jorundir have lowered himself like this in the Great Wars? I won't lie, the battlefield calls to me.
Why are you Varl so obsessed with rushing off the battle? Ever since Fasolt showed up, you've been acting like you've got a death wish, Hakon.
Bah, this one. You'd think we are just large men with simple minds. I have been alive for hundreds of years. You rush around fearing for your short lives like babies calling for their mothers. How we live is more important than how long. It is why Einatoft was so important. It is why we should have made a stand there, instead of fleeing for the sake of men. Fasolt is a poor diplomat, but he's not wrong. I do not want to eke out a few weeks, a few more days, cowering behind a wall. I do not want to carry barrels when I could die with a blade in my hand. We are the last of our kind. We are Varl!
Just do us this favor and you'll have your fight, I promise. Hakon grunts coming down from his battle cry.
If there's a chance to turn the odds in our favor. You used to be harder than steel, Hakon. Now you turn into a lapdog when they ask you to beg. Watch your tone. Things change, Fasolt. I never asked to lead the war. Now I have to think of more than myself. Don't worry then, Hakon. Let me give you a few less war to lead.
Fasolt lives in a violent mood, yelling obscenities.
Always had a temper, he did.
Is he really turning his back on you like this?
He'll come around eventually. Hopefully. I'll miss his war in the coming battle, though. The rest of us will gather your barrels, but don't get comfortable giving me orders. And whatever you do, don't let that fence of toothpicks fall before I'm back.
Oh, hail, Smashbot. Sorry, I got a little bit too, well, I got a little bit too engrossed in the voice acting to pay attention to the chat. Poor diplomat equals a quick war. It seems the war is upon us, whether we would have it or not. I want some ale, don't we all, at this point? Even Brooks talking about getting a drink when the dredge are at our gates, and countless other horrors and nightmares. Yes. Okay, well, actually, before we go into battle, it may be a good idea. Well, let's see. Okay, we lost the Warl for that, for our trouble. But we've still got sort of the core of the party here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the party the way I did in the previous battle where we were fighting through those waves. We'll put Petrus in there, and we'll put Gudmundur in there. They are eligible for promotion. The problem is that I just promoted these Varl. Oh, so now the party doesn't have any Varl at all. Okay, that's rather unfortunate. And also we have a 12th level item that no one can use. Also unfortunate. Trigvi has 10 points available. That's an interesting fact. I like the idea of having a double shield wall. But let's see what kind of abilities we can develop with Trigvi here. Clearly his armor needs to come up. I was wondering why his stats were so inferior, but it was because I never had leveled him up before. Alright, I'll bring that up. I think he would definitely like to get an armor ability. He'll pick hunger down. Yeah, those spearmen can score nasty criticals. Let me just take a look at his abilities here for a moment. Right, pig sticker. Yeah, that increases the critical chance. And so then if he gets pig sticker plus artery strike, that sounds like a very deadly combination. Oops, that got reset somehow. So yeah, I'm gonna get artery strike, and then I'm gonna get these armor improvements. I'm gonna get 1 willpower. I'm gonna get a point of hunger down. I can get another point of artery strike if I want. Okay. I think I'll get another point of hunger down. Alright, now Trigvi is suddenly looking a lot more impressive, isn't he? But Trigvi doesn't have shield wall. Although I'm pretty happy right now with the composition of the party. I just want to make sure there's no one. All right, so yeah, Gudmundur actually does have a couple points that he can spend. He'll get 1 point of armor break. We'll confirm that, and he will get another point of hunger down. Confirm that. Okay, is there anyone else who has points available? No, lots of people eligible for promotion, but we need to earn a bunch of renown. Smashbot says, I can't wait till Aragorn runs into the main hall. The beacons of Minas Tirith, the beacons are lit. Gondor calls for aid. We certainly do call for aid, even though we're not Gondor. Okay. Alright, it's almost time for me to go get some food. So I think that is what I will do. I may decide to stream this again tonight, though, because I'm really getting into this, and I actually have some time now, because I've been so busy recently, to do this sort of thing. So I think I'll be seeing you very soon.